Hello everybody and welcome to another trucking vlog. I'm Kyle Goes Trucking and thank you very much for tuning in to this video. Thank you very much for tuning in to the others. Thank you for all your subscribes, your comments and your likes, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe, leave a comment and a like as well on this video. But how are you guys? I hope you're all doing very well. We're on Monday morning at the minute and I don't know how I've got so much energy, but I have not happy to be in work, but it is one of those things. No uniform today, and that's because it wasn't dry. We were quite busy this weekend, so we couldn't manage to get the uniform dry before today, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, we're heading to West Brom. We have got a delivery of machines, and today I'm really this is gonna be a lot of POV style stuff. I'm really gonna make sure that the camera angles are included. I'm sort of at that point where, you know, I'm really sort of don't care about what people think about recording. You know, obviously I always respect people's privacy, but we'll always include well, now I'll always sort of strive to get the best shots, regardless of what people think. So yeah, that's what the aim is today. We're going to get some good POV view of that reverse into the West Brom customer, because it's yeah, it can be quite tricky to be fair. You know, it's not for the light-hearted in that sense. You know, it really can sort of cause a headache, but yeah, you guys will see it anyway as we get there today. Got a coffee this morning from the house today. So I've been using that coffee liquid espresso stuff that you can buy in the supermarkets now, and it is well nice. I think along with a sort of a milk frother, whatever you call it, it'd actually be quite nice. I think you could really sort of make a decent brew without a espresso machine. Now I'm in total agreement with those out there saying, well, it's just not the same. But I'm sort of thinking of stuff that I could maybe bring to the truck, so I can make decent brews in the truck rather than having to use my 24-volt kettle. It's just not going to work. Anyways, we are now going to quickly sort the taco out. I'm not too sure what's going on here. That's all right. That's fine. Right. Yeah, so we've done our walk around. It's raining outside at the minute. The weather is diabolical actually. I got out this morning and my partner dropped me off at work with a little one, and I was just like, what are we doing? Let's go to work to pay more taxes. That's what I feel like today. That's what I feel like today. Yeah. But do you know what? It's Christmas. Well, it's the 1st of December today. It's the Christmas period, and the country needs HGV drivers. And for anyone out there, you know, without HGV drivers, this country would be slot. The army would not be able to do the job that we do on a day-to-day basis. I know that because I've been in the army myself, and the level of driving skill in the army is diabolical. And it just wouldn't be possible. And today's video is going to prove the sort of thing that I've just said. They can't reverse, and it's simple as that. So just bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. Anyway, let's get a move on. I'm going to finish my brew and then I'll see you on the road. So you join me back and we are on the A14. Weather is absolutely diabolical, and we've had a bit of traffic on the way up as well. Newmarket was very slow, which sort of set us back about half an hour, but we're looking okay for time at the moment. But yeah, it's just one of those days. It's windy, it's wet, it's cold, and we've just got to crack on with it. You know, it's one of those things. You've just got to crack on with the job and make sure that you know, you're focusing on the road, and you you're making sure that everything is going fine, I suppose. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs, and like I keep saying, if there's anything you guys would like to see a bit more of, or you've got any questions in regards to the container side of the industry, in regards to the industry in general, I've not just done containers. I've pretty much done it all. Some areas more than others, but yeah, pop them down in the comment section below, guys, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I can I can do it in a vlog, or I can do a specific video to answering your questions in that regard. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. But yeah, as I said, we're off to West Brom, and we're delivering the machines again. You've probably clocked on. This is something I do on a weekly basis. I normally do this delivery. So essentially, my aim today is to show you a POV view of the blindside reverse, or the entire sort of maneuver into the site, so you guys can get an idea of how difficult it is, or how potholes on the road. How difficult it is, or just how much attention you have to pay to certain areas of the truck when you're sort of making these reverses in, and all that sort of stuff. So do stay tuned for that, because it is coming. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a late finish today. I know it already, so that's in the back of my mind. We've got a family meal this evening as well, for my father-in-law's birthday. So the rush is to get back for that. Now that's booked for about 6, half 6. And the way I work it out is, so I'm going to make sure that the front camera is definitely showing at what I've just seen. And Arctic just decided to come over and completely almost take out that class 2 sort of tanker wagon, whatever it is. But anyway, as I was saying, I've worked out, so for a 9 o'clock delivery at the same place, I normally get back about 3 o'clock to the yard. That's after Felixstowe is complete. So today, plus 2 hours for 11 o'clock. Traffic's probably going to be slightly different around that time than on the way back. It probably won't be as quiet. So I think we're going to be back around sort of 5, 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a tight one for that, to be completely honest. But yeah. But my plan is as well is that if you look at the last vlog, I tried to do a 2-day vlog, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all. I just recorded too much footage, and it was footage I wanted you guys to be able to see. If it was sort of stuff I could cut, it probably would have been possible. But the videos are just, I don't want them going over sort of 40-ish, 45 minutes, because it just feels that otherwise I'm just sat there jibber-jabbering, talking rubbish, and I don't want to be sort of talking for the sake of it. I want you guys to actually watch it and sort of enjoy what you're seeing and whatever, which is quite difficult. I'd love to be able to show you guys more of the ins and outs, and if we had a curtain sider on, we'd be able to strap up and show you the different types of strapping for each load and all that sort of stuff. But with containers, it is so basic. We do not touch the load at all. And to be fair, I've not touched the load in that long now that it feels like, I'm sort of losing that thing. Because before I used to look at a load and I know exactly how to strap it, but like it feels like I'm losing it a little bit. But I know that if I did, if we go back on the curtain siders or low loaders, I'd be able to suss it again. It's one of those things that you never really lose it. Your mind just sort of stores it at the back of your head. It's one of those things. But another gripe of mine as well actually happened on Friday. So the truck's obviously dirty, and the boss, we don't have a washdown point at the yard. The boss basically decided that he was going to get somebody in to do the trucks every weekend or every 2 weekends, which is great. For some drivers, that is a bonus, right? Like, don't have to wash your truck, somebody else will do it. As long as you keep the inside clean, that's fine. Brilliant. But for me, I like to take pride in the equipment I'm using and all that. So I've always been like that. You know, from my early days, starting off at Owens, back in South Wales, all the way through to working with at Celtic with Lee Jones, and then all the way through. I've you know, always enjoyed looking after the truck that I drive, and I've always sort of had my own truck as well. I've not really shared a truck too much. I've always sort of been assigned my own through tramping and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's been one of those things that it's like, you know, it's been a bit new to me, not being able to clean the truck, etc. But yeah, sorry, I'm gonna yawn. Ugh. Lack of oxygen to the brain, that yawning. It doesn't mean you're tired, it means you're not breathing properly. But yeah, as I was saying, it's sort of just, yeah, it's been a new experience for me. You know, I've been here pretty much a year now, and it's been a new experience. Anyway, the only thing that I've been missing though is cleaning the truck. And the other day, I said to the boss, I said, right, I said, the company next door have got a washdown point. You know, would you mind if I asked them if we could use it? You know, I'm very friendly with the drivers that are in that yard. Always say hello, good morning, all that sort of stuff, because we have to use that yard for access. And yeah, thought, let's ask. You know, hopefully they'll be like, yeah, no worries. And before I carry on, I'm always one that will respect anybody's kit and equipment, right? And I've proven that with this truck, with the trucks in the past as well. If somebody says to me, right, I need you to use this bit of equipment, or yeah, of course you can use that bit of equipment, or I need you to transport this, do that, whatever. I was the same through the army. I've been the same through coming into the haulage industry 8 years now. I've always respected kit and equipment, and let's just say never ever would I intentionally damage anything. And I'm very self-conscious to make sure that doesn't happen anyway. All right. So anyway, I basically spoke to them, and I was like, would you mind if I use your washdown point maybe once a week? You know, I don't mind providing a pack of biscuits every week. You know, I will utterly respect the kit and equipment that you're allowing me to use. It's just so I can keep the truck clean, looking tidy, because at the end of the day, it's self-pride, right? And the one thing that the guy that comes to the yard on the weekends to clean the truck doesn't do is wash the footwell. So I'm having to do it manually, and it's becoming a bit of a fucking nuisance. But anyway, but yeah, basically their words were, no sorry, that is for our company use only and our drivers to use. We don't want anybody else using it, and we just don't trust that you will look after it and you'll probably break it, which I took to great offence. But a part of me does understand, you know, at the end of the day, that is their kit and equipment, and they pay a lot of money. Like, pressure washers are not cheap, you know, and the generic household pressure washers are not cheap. So I can't imagine how much a sort of commercial use one is to run. But yeah, I was a bit gutted. I ain't gonna lie. So if anybody knows of anywhere around Suffolk, well, more sort of the A14 corridor between Felixstowe and sort of Bury St Edmunds, if you are willing for me to come and use your wash down, I'm not asking for a truck wash to wash my truck. You know, if you're a yard and you're happy with me using it, I will use it with the full and utter respect that a decision like that deserves.
And yeah, if you're happy for me to come and use it, leave me a comment, send me an email, pop me a message in other social medias. Yeah, that would mean the world to me, because it means I can look after my truck a bit more. Because especially coming into the summer, I've already said to the missus that next year we should do one truck show. I've never done a truck show, and I think we should do one, just to take the truck there. We're not looking to win anything, but just to take the truck there to just enjoy the experience of being at a truck show with a truck. And I'd like to sort of make sure it's clean, make sure the tank is looking good, you know, all the generic bits, just the basic stuff to make sure that it's looking all right. So yeah, if anybody knows anybody, do let me know, and I will. Yeah, you can have the pack of biscuits that I offered the company next door. But it's just something I wanted to do, just to keep on top of things, because the truck is very dirty at the minute and it's not ideal at all. But yeah, anyway, we're ploughing up the A14 now. Traffic's looking a lot better. The sat nav is showing some slight delays in regards to roadworks and stuff, which are coming up in a minute. But that's nothing like that. That's sort of been a thing for a couple of weeks now with this bit of roadwork. So yeah, we'll plough on at the A14, and I'll bring you guys back when we arrive at our site for delivery, and I'll probably be in POV then. And we'll get this reverse done. You can see what you guys think. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I could have done better as well, and let me know if there's anything that you guys would have done that I maybe haven't done or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure it'll all work out anyway. But I'll see you guys in just a few moments. So guys, we are at our delivery site and the gate's closing. That's not good, is it? Okay, you're about to see why this delivery can be so difficult. And so firstly, we need to sort of get into this turning area here as far in as possible, because we need to get the trail around. We'll open the curtain, why not? And let's have a look down there. Just get it around here a minute. Start following the trail around so we can get away from that left hand side. We might have to get out and ask them. Ugh. It's heavy, this. It can be quite difficult to get around this corner. Sometimes you've really got to get in the trees, pretty much, which is not ideal. I'll tell you what, let's reassess this. Yeah, this delivery really isn't ideal at all. Okay, that's a bit better of an angle. Now we can start bringing ourselves away from the trees. Oh, they're opening the gate for us again. Fantastic. Right, so what makes this delivery so difficult is the fact that, one, this is number one. Now that should be a fairly simple reverse, but what doesn't help is that the ground is really slippery because of all the leaves falling from the trees, and the trees are obviously sticking out, which isn't grand, and obviously it's limited on space. Now, like I said, it should be a straightforward reverse into the yard, like from here, but yeah, it's not. And then the next part of the delivery is fairly difficult because, as you can see, all these scissor lifts are everywhere. So we need to basically do an S reverse around here. We need to really get close to some of the machines, which is not ideal. So first one we need to get close to is here, and then as you can see, we sort of need to get the trailer down that little gap there. That's essentially what we need to do. So just nurse it in now. And sometimes you'll do the reverse once and you think, oh yeah, right, that was a perfect way to do it. And then next time they've parked the machine exactly where you sort of got it at the right angle. So as you can see here, we're going to get very close to this machine just to get it around like that. We basically follow the shape because we've got to watch our left hand side as well. So follow the shape of the yard essentially, making sure we do not hit anything. As you can see, we're very close to that machine on the blind side. And then we just make sure we're clear up here and keep watching here. We can get this in a bit more on this side. And again, we don't want to be turning too soon because we'll hit our back end, or front end even, on this part here. Now, we're getting very close to that there, so what I'll do is try and pull it out and get a bit closer to that machine to start bringing everything it away from that machine a bit sooner. Now, because of where they parked the machines today, we may have to essentially go back and come forward. Really take our time coming around here. So what I'll do now is sort of bring it a bit more over here, because I need to get the trailer away from the machines, because I'm going to need to do is a blind side reverse onto the bay, which you guys obviously will see in a minute. But we just need to make sure, and for reverses like this with heavy stuff, I'd always suggest dumping the air as much as you can, especially dumping the air on the lift axle, I mean. So we're going to have to reverse back now and essentially move the truck over, because otherwise we're not going to be able to get the angle that we need for the reverse. So we can bring it over as much as possible. So essentially this back end here ends up in there to get it around. Alright then. So let's start angling it now. Now I've got a relatively good view of some tyre tracks here. And we're going to use that bottom camera mirror as well a bit. Try and get a bit of a wider view as to what's going on. We'll start taking that turn off. As you can see, there's a wall that we've also got to contend with. Right, and essentially, when we get to around here, we're going to start applying that turn back again. And what we're going to want to do is start really getting that trail around, but without hitting that wall. And normally the guy comes out and marshals us in, as he is here. So he's telling us that we're good. So we didn't really need him. Just going to pull it forward to get the angle back on, because we're going to need to really get it around. What we've got to do is now get it lined up with the bay. This should be relatively easy. And the problem we got here is that there's so many factors to contend with. So many factors to contend with regards to getting it in. Now he's going to tell us when to stop. And that's us on. Right, see you in a minute. Right then everybody, you join me back on the A14. I didn't record anything past the POV. Had a few bits of paperwork to sort out as we arrived. Also had to sort out with the office about getting back as well. Took a bit longer than we anticipated with the delivery. Or sorting the delivery out, and in the end didn't have enough time to get a break in, so I had to do that en route. Unfortunately got an infringement because the traffic was so heavy on the M5 split to the M6 South, which is a bit unfortunate, but nothing does my head in more than when a HGV, you're overtaking somebody, and or especially a HGV, and the driver decides to start climbing his way up the inside of you. Oh, anyway, so unfortunately got an infringement because we had to go our driving time because, like I said, the M6 split off the M5 to go southbound was just not good. So it means we run over going into Hawlage, which is fine. I think the last infringement I had was about 7 months ago. So I'm not a repeat offender, so to say. I try to avoid infringements like the plague, but sometimes everybody will get unlucky and get caught out. It's just one of those things. But anyway, so we're ploughing on to the yard now. We've let the office know that we're just not going to be able to do Felixstowe tonight. They weren't too happy about it, but at the end of the day, it's give and take in this industry for me. So I'm happy to give as much as I can, as long as they're also willing to give on the basis that I've had a lot of late finishes over the course of the last couple of weeks. I've been happy with the later starts because a lot of the guys are not happy with the later starts. I've sort of just cracked on with it, for as much as it hasn't really suited the lifestyle or my lifestyle, because I like to get home before my daughter's in bed. But essentially, the way we look at it is that you know, just get it over and done with. It's a busy period as it is, because 9 times out of 10, you know, the timings of this job are pretty good. But like I said, they weren't too happy with it, but I sort of kept to my heels on that one and just sort of explained to them, listen, like, you know, it's a family meal that I want to be present for, and I'm not too, you know, not too keen on missing it just to get to Felixstowe to change the box over, especially when there's a night driver that does that job. You know, so it is what it is. But yeah, traffic's been alright apart from back there for the M5 M6 split. So we're cracking on back to the yard, and yeah, that'll be us for the day. So we're looking to get back. We're getting back for about 4:30 at the minute, 24 minutes past 4. So my partner will be there to pick me up as soon as I'm done, so we can get home and get ready to go for our meal, or the family meal that we've got organised. But yeah, I hope you guys got a better understanding. Obviously, you've heard me talk about West Brom. If you've watched all the vlogs previous to this one, you've probably heard me talk about West Brom a lot. And thankfully now you've probably, you know, I've not seen the POV footage. I've not actually looked back at it yet, so hopefully it went all right. But you guys will get a better understanding of what I talk about when I say, you know, that it's a difficult reverse into that site, especially at the minute, because they sort of seem to be getting deliveries of machines that just ain't going. So it's basically just growing and growing and growing, and obviously they've got nowhere to put them. So yeah, we've sort of got to reverse around them. But yeah, essentially, hopefully you got a good understanding of that. So we're going to switch to a bit of a time lapse now. We'll get back to the yards, and then once we're at the yard, hopefully, I'm hoping that we can do a bit of sort of uncoupling trailer again, because I know a lot of you sort of like that sort of stuff as well. Once that's done, we can then jump to the outro, and yeah, that'll be it for the video, I suppose, unless anything else happens. So yeah, stay tuned to the end, guys. If you haven't already, please leave subscribe, leave a comment, and give the video a like if you're liking the content at the minute. As I said, like, subscribers at the minute, I cannot thank any of you, like all of you. Thank you so much for your support. Basically, I can't thank you enough for it, because it really goes a long way for me. But I hope you're all enjoying the content, and there's a lot more coming as well. So just do stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon so you're notified whenever another video is uploaded. You know, we've got some reviews coming in, or review videos coming up on some bits and bobs that I've got for the truck. There's reviews videos for you know, just the truck in general, pretty much. So I'll give you my honest opinions on the DAF XG. There's mixed opinions for a lot of people, but I'll give you my opinion. Talk a bit about the DAF in more depth, and that will come in time. You know, I want those videos to be really good. So essentially, yeah, like I said, there's a lot coming. But for now, we'll switch to a time lapse, and I'll see you when we get back to the yard.
So then, guys, it is the next day, funny enough, and unfortunately wasn't able to vlog too much at the end of yesterday, because simply, yeah, it just, the light was completely gone, so it just wasn't much point. You couldn't really see anything, unfortunately. It's that time of year. But I do plan on getting maybe some sort of like some sort of light that I can attach to the camera, just so we can sort of brighten the things up a little bit, so we can vlog a bit more in the dark. But I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Today we went to Kent. Didn't get to vlog too much there, because the memory on the camera, I haven't uploaded it to the cloud or to the computer yet to be able to edit that, unfortunately. But like I said, oh god, do pardon me, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I'm hoping that you guys got a good view of that reverse into West Brom, and understand what I've been talking about recently with regards to that reverse. Hopefully there's more content coming this week that I can record to then be able to post next week. So yeah, we're getting some interesting work in at the minute, so it should be pretty cool, and hopefully I can vlog as much as possible. I've asked the office for some more early starts as well, to be able to get to places a bit earlier, so we can vlog a bit more through the day before it goes night again. But again, no promises on that one. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe. And that's my partner texting me.
Bazinga.
Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.